what makes East European stand out from other universities in Georgia?
We have international quality assurance from United States or United Kingdom. We have so many international invited professors on our program.
What kind of practical exposures student will get if they are coming to East European University?
90% of our international students are Indian.
Can we provide some exchange programs for the students?
We owe our university hospital, which is very important.
Even for Georgian students, this
Yes,
is something
yes.
which is very exotic.
The criminal level is very low all around Georgia for tourists, for foreigners, and
Hello everyone, welcome to a brand new episode of Clickcast. In our previous videos, when we've met with the Georgian universities, students asked us in comment that why Georgian universities are not having their own hospitals, why they only say about tie-ups. So today we have in the board a university from Georgia, which is also having their own hospital, and thousands of students are studying there from India. I have Miss Eleni and Miss Nanuka from Georgia, from East European University, and we'll talk about how wonderful this university is for Indian students. So welcome guys, how are you?
Hello, thank you. It's my third time actually in India. Well, first time in Kerala. In my previous visits, I mostly been in north part of India, and it's first time in Kerala for me, and very different actually from the other part, and very interesting for me.
well, for me, first of all, thank you for having us.
Thanks.
It's my first time in India, so it's a brand new experience for me, and this region, I really like it. It's something that's so different that I have never, experienced. So
Before.
it's been a quite nice journey.
And how is the food, Indian food? How do you like it?
For
It
me
might be spicy.
personally, it's quite spicy.
Yeah.
That's the hard part, but I like enjoying trying new things. And also, the students of us have mentioned, oh, if you go there, try this, try this. So we have been trying to follow their directions.
All right. And find it tasty or it's just spicy? And
If I can taste it, if it's not too too spicy, then I like it.
all right. Okay. Then how is so from last 3 days we are back to back having this Mediklick events. How do you find this event? Like, what do you want to say about that?
Actually, I find this event kind of exceptional from previous events I've ever been in India. Students in Kerala are, and their parents as well, are very engaged to what they are asking. They are asking so many questions about university program. On my previous visits, it's what wasn't like this. And actually, students from Kerala, from my experience, it's around 5-6 years I've been involving in medical education in Georgia, and I met a lot of students from around the world. And students from Kerala are very different from their academic excellence and their dedication to study. So, I now really saw it here on these events.
Actually, in Kerala, parents are more interested
Absolutely,
in
yes,
working out
yes.
like in the right direction for
Yes.
their son and daughter.
And especially this, the parents start researching about this education when the
Yes.
students will be in the 10th standard itself. So they will be attending multiple expos, seminar. They will be collecting the information about particular country, university. So once the student is till his higher secondary, they will have a bundle of information. So
Yeah.
they are well researched actually. So even the other people whom we are talking, they were also telling us like the questions are very specific.
Yes.
It's not
Exactly.
like just random questions coming up.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
They're
yes.
like on point, exactly what they want to know.
Yeah.
What are the most important parts that they have to know
Yeah.
before they go abroad. So that's good to see that type of that they have that information already
Right.
when they come to us. So they are seeking for specific information
Yeah.
about our
Absolutely.
university.
Right. So tell us one thing, like what makes East European stand out from other universities in Georgia?
Thank you for this question. East European University is very kind of exceptional university because we're a first university in Georgia who became a member of European University Association, as well as British Higher Education Academy and Royal Academy of Public Health of the United Kingdom. So it makes us very different. Also, our we have international quality assurance from United States or United Kingdom. We have so many international invited professors on our program, and we really provide high quality medical education. So I think it makes us very different and on the top of other compared to other universities in Georgia.
Okay.
And the
So
partnerships with more than 40 universities all around Europe, including United States, that has been in conversations a lot, and they assure that the quality that we have at our university.
So you are telling about partnership with universities in Europe. So can we provide some exchange programs for the students?
Yes, we can provide some exchange programs, summer schools too. For example, recently we had some talks and memorandum with Case Western Reserve University in United Kingdom, and we provide some summer schools and interesting opportunities and exchange programs to our students in US or other countries of the Europe.
Okay, so I'm sure of like there are a lot of plenty of Indian students studying in East European. So far, what's your experience with the Indian students?
Actually, majority of our international students, around 90% of our international students are Indian.
Okay.
Yeah, and they are, as I mentioned earlier, kind of very engaged students to study. They never try to escape for some studying and learning activities. They are always very focused and dedicated on studying. So we really appreciate. We always try to, from if anyone, for example, needs some additional help or apart from the curriculum hours or whatever, we always try to help them if they need anything additional, but usually they cope really well.
Okay.
And they are really engaged to study, as well as they always like to have some kind of
Okay.
extracurricular activities.
So like in the intro, you was telling about the hospitals.
Yeah, actually, I was just coming to that only. Like in India, when somebody is willing to go abroad for medical education,
Yes.
their primary focus is to understand what would be the practical exposure in that country and specifically in the university where he or she is going to. So, what kind of practical exposures student will get if they are coming to East European University?
Yes, it's absolutely correct, and especially medical education. It's not just other. We cannot compare with medical education to other fields,
Yes,
right? It's
obviously,
very
yeah.
specific because it requires and it involves lots of practice and clinical experience. Otherwise, students cannot become
Yeah,
real
that's true.
doctors, right? That's our main priority as well, to provide as much clinical experience and much clinical exposure to our students. We owe our university hospital, which is very important, and it makes kind of it becomes opportunity for our students to practice as much as possible. Moreover, during after in clinical courses after fourth year that we provide, it's mainly our university hospital, but also it offers our students to employ as nurses during their studies. It's also very a big step up for medical students. In first semesters, before they go to the clinic, they should learn some clinical manipulation, some practical skills, and also we have a very high technology simulation center, and we provide very high quality simulation learning as well. And after they are trained enough to communicate with real patients, then they go to our university hospital as well as other partner hospitals as
So
well.
these particular hospitals are just for East European students, right?
Yes, it is our own university hospital, so our students are, of course, priority for them. If they have some more capacity, for example, they can accept students from other universities, but main priority is our
East
students.
European, yeah?
Yes.
Okay.
So, I think one is the hospital part. So, students usually go to hospital after second or third year.
Yes.
But now, majority of governments are putting emphasis on simulation centers also.
Yes.
Exactly.
So, do you have any sort of simulation center? And if there is one simulation center, how big is that?
We have two main buildings for our university.
Okay.
The one where we have most of the basic courses, and the other one where we have the simulation center and other laboratories as well. The simulation center itself has a lot of, as mentioned earlier, high quality simulators and mannequins that are up to date in regards to the technologies that are used nowadays for for modern teaching. So you don't have to, like, you can, for example, use them for skills like different types of injections, real life case scenarios with the mannequin that has all the capacities of you inserting medications, doing injections, providing CPR, and so on. So we train them before they do end up going to the clinical rotations, and they have all the necessary clinical skills,
Okay.
which we'll learn on the simulators and
So
not on
when
the
they
real
start
jumpings.
the simulation part, in
From
which
the very
semester?
first semester,
very
they
first
start
semester.
having classes of clinical skills, and
Okay.
they have it in every single semester throughout the 6 years of the program.
Alright.
Even with the clinical rotations, they keep
So
having
from
those
the very
classes.
first semester, they start going to simulation center.
Yes.
Yes.
Once they are trained on simulators, then
They'll be doing
then
the
they
real
are
patients.
going to
Real patients, yes.
the hospitals.
Yes,
Yeah.
but
where
the
they're-
clinical skills practice continues throughout the whole
Yes.
6
Alright.
years. In every single semester, they have a course for that, and they go to the simulation center every single semester of their 6-year academic journey at our university.
All right. And how many of these students are getting the opportunity, as you have told, ma'am, that there are multiple university partners abroad in the other countries as well, in Europe and UK, US. So how many students they usually get an opportunity to go for these programs, like for the summer internships and all these things?
For this kind of exchange programs, we usually choose best students,
Obviously, yeah.
and top students usually around 6 students usually go for these exchange programs to abroad. Apart from these exchange programs we just mentioned, we also offer university scholarships to our students, which is quite good amount of money for students during their studies. If their GPA score is at least 3.5 and they are engaged in some kind of research activities or university activities, they can get university scholarship. It is semester based, and it is also around 8-10 students get university
The scholarship.
scholarship.
And what is exactly the scholarship, like if they are supposed to pay $5,500 as a tuition fees?
Yes, they are supposed to pay $5,500 tuition fees, but we give students some money. It's around it's 600 lari, so it's around $300-400
okay.
yes, per semester. And in Georgia it's quite good amount of money for students.
All right. So this is given like semester on the semester
Yes,
basis.
it is given semester based.
All right. Okay. That's a good thing. Like nobody is offering such scholarships in Georgia. If you're offering scholarships, that is
Both of
something.
these things are very
Yeah.
attractive things actually.
Yes.
The first of all, the hospital they are having, that's a great thing to have, because we already know, like in Tbilisi, there are a lot of universities are there. So the major questions from the parents and students we always used to face is like whether they have any direct like hospitals or just
Clinical
tie-ups are there,
exposure.
right? So this is a great thing. Like
Actually, when we went to Georgia, majority of students with whom we met, they used to practice. So they are studying in different universities, but they are
Yes.
practicing in same hospitals.
Absolutely, yes.
But in
They're
your
so-
case, it is not like that.
No, it's not like this. In Georgia, it's actually the situation that one hospital, for example, is affiliated to so many universities, and around 8-10 universities send to students in one hospital. It's a huge amount of students, and in this case, we cannot talk about the good quality, right?
Practicals,
But
That's true.
yes, good quality of practical experience.
I think you are giving a solution of a problem which Georgia was facing in terms of Indian students, that everybody was saying that there are common hospitals for all the universities. But this way, this problem is solved, that those who are going for East European University, they have their own hospital. They can go and practice there. In that case, they will make sure that they are getting all the practical exposures at a same hospital, right?
Yes.
And also the quality
And
is
the quality.
much better
Yes. Yeah.
because the students of our university are the priority
Yeah.
of our hospital, and they have the most clinical exposure as much as they can get with each patient.
and
Yeah,
do
something
you
very
have some
important.
special training for the examination in India or in the UK examination PLAB or USMLE and all?
Yes, we have invited professors always worldwide to have this kind of practice and trainings for our students. And actually, we have quite high rate of passing these international exams. Our students go and take USMLE, which is qualification examination for United States. Sometimes they go in and take the PLAB, which is for United Kingdom, or FMG exam, which is foreign medical graduates examination here in India. And our diploma is recognized worldwide. It is accredited by WHO, WFME, which is World Federation of Medical Education, and even National Medical Council in India. And all these are authorized authority bodies in generally in medical education worldwide. And when diploma is recognized by these authorities, it means that our students can go anywhere in the world, and they actually do. Some of them come back India, take FMG exam, and their passing rate is quite high, and then continue their residency, and they are specializing here, or then they go to the United States or UK or worldwide.
Okay, so it's very clear about the education now, and it's very clear about the practicals also. Now tell us, like, other than this education, like for engaging with some extracurricular activities, the university is providing some atmosphere for that.
Yes.
Yes, we do. For example, our students have a chance to organize different types of events. Every year we have big international week. For example, last year it was mostly organized by our foreigner students, and we had the Indian festival. Our campus is surrounded by the quite big playground around it, where they have the stadium where they can go and play basketball, football, or they teach us how to play cricket, because cricket is not a sport very common in Georgia. And they have a team formed, and we have competition every year for cricket.
Okay.
Also with the football, basketball, and other things, and they always have like 24/7 access to that playground. I don't think that's very common around
That's
other
not
Actually,
common.
the thing is,
Yeah.
Georgia is very like Tbilisi.
Congested
It's
is,
very
yeah.
congested.
It is.
It's very compact and congested. We've been to a couple of universities. Majority of them, they don't have any recreational area for the students. So if students is having an access to a playground, because student can study only for like 8 to 10 hours a day. Maybe in the
Yes.
classes they will study, after post classes they will study, but they need some time to like to play also, like to access the ground also.
Recreational
So
time is
yeah,
very necessary. Yeah.
It's fun because at the entrance of our university, everyone shows the student card that they have, that they are the student of our university. They walk in and out based on that.
Okay.
And sometimes we have other students who come from other universities try to go in
Try,
with
yeah.
them, and they're
Understood.
like, okay, he's my friend, can he come? Because they want to use that
Yes.
Understood.
facilities outside.
what about like in India, every other day is a festival.
That's
Okay,
correct.
so do you guys celebrate like Indian festivals at your university?
Yes, we always have some kind of arrangements to make our international students celebrate their own festivals. We have, for example, Diwali festival, which is always very liked and appreciated with our Indian students. When they, newcomers, when they firstly arrive to Georgia, we always have some welcome parties to them. We take our students to different parts of Georgia to
Explore it more.
to explore it more on some tours. So we have lots of extracurricular activities apart from learning process. What you
Because
meant.
it's needed, right? You
Yeah,
cannot
actually, this
only-
in India, if somebody is studying in a college, every 10 days they are celebrating some
Something,
festival.
yeah.
So
Yes.
this is something which students crave.
And even
Yes,
I was watching a video of a freshers party, I guess, which was
Yes.
celebrated in East Europe, and that was also really great.
And
Looks
it's
really-
also a good thing because they end up meeting people who they don't know yet, and
Yes.
it's we have sometimes also Georgian students are
that's
present
really
there, and
nice.
they can
Socializing, yeah.
integrate in the
Because see, these students
culture.
are leaving home at the age of 17, 18,
Yeah.
and that will be very difficult for them,
Yes.
particularly in a very new country, with new culture, new
Yeah.
people around, and that
And
kind
not
of
not
activities
only
are-
just for Indian students, even for Georgian students.
Yeah.
This
Yes,
is something
yes.
which is very exotic.
So we
like
try
they've
to
never
look
been.
for the
Yes.
Yes, yes, yes,
integration
yes,
with
yes.
those type of events. We try to have them together, organize.
Yeah, it's a
different
mutual
events.
benefit for both the
Yes, absolutely. We
country
have some,
students, yeah.
for example, common activities for them as well, and Georgian and Indian students are participated together. For example, recently we had some kind of presentation when Indian students prepared about their architecture, about their cuisine. Georgian students did the same, and then introducing to each other these different things and different
Yeah, this is
experience.
what
and
we call all around
exchange
development.
This
yeah.
was very interesting for both sides.
Ma'am, how many total number of students are there, Indian students at your university?
Oh, now at this moment we have 700 active
Okay.
students, and
Active.
majority of them, around 95%, are from India.
From
Yes.
India. Okay.
Yes, and we are receiving higher and higher number every year.
Of admissions.
Yeah, because our program is quite young, but the most fast developing university and program
And
from
from how
Georgia.
many countries like international students are
Yeah,
there?
around 17 countries we have international
International
students.
students.
Yeah, from India we mentioned so many times, from Israel, from Nigeria, and so on, or even
There are some
from the
students from
United
UK.
Kingdom. Yeah.
All right. All right. So if we talk about accommodation and
Yes.
food, how East European gives support to the students in terms of accommodation?
Yes, we provide accommodation for our students as well. It costs around $2,000-3,000 per year, and 3 meals per day is included in this cost.
So this is nearby the.
Yeah, it's quite nearby to the main campus of the university, around 4 or 5 minutes drive.
Okay.
Yeah, in some cases they can even walk.
All right.
If,
I think during the summertime it is good to walk, right?
Yeah.
You can walk any time of the year in
Yes.
Georgia.
Ah,
Really.
that's there's not
Yes.
not heavy
It's
snowfall in
not
Georgia.
like
No.
heavy
Yeah.
rainfalls as we're having
Yeah.
right now
climate
here.
is very fine in Georgia, and foreigners, tourists really like Georgian climate usually, and
It never snows in Georgia, right? Like in Tbilisi,
Yes,
it
it
never
does.
snows.
yeah, it does.
does?
Yeah,
In Tbilisi,
in
it's,
Tbilisi
slightly.
hardly.
Yeah, that's what
but
I'm saying. In
Yeah,
Tbilisi it
in
never
other
snows.
parts of
Yeah.
the country, yes.
But when the first semester students join, the fall
Yes.
semester usually starts around in the beginning of October.
Mhm.
So they are getting used to this little
Cold,
coldness
yeah.
compared to
Yes.
the India. But at some point it snows in Tbilisi, and I
Yes.
always love seeing their faces
Mm.
because most of them see the snow for the,
first
very
time.
first
time.
That's
time.
true. That's true.
But they can even go skiing, which is
Mm.
like a 2-hour drive from Tbilisi. In Tbilisi, it does not get that cold, and we don't get a lot of snow.
No, actually,
but-
it is good for Indian students. Like Indian students, those who are from hotter climates, they can't bear that coldness right away. So if they are going to Tbilisi, for them it is good to stay in an environment which is more likely where they have been all their
Mild,
life.
yes.
So it's something which is good. Like Tbilisi,
Yes.
I think the weather in Tbilisi is all like entire year it is good, right?
Yes,
It never gets too hot. It never gets too cold, right?
Exactly.
absolutely
So it is something
correct.
which will be
I
very
used
suitable.
to think it was hot, but now
Ah.
being here, I consider it as very
Very
chill summers.
Yes.
So, as we were discussing about the international partnership in the beginning, we have not mentioned which universities are there as an international partners of East European University. So, could you please elaborate that a bit?
Yes, we have partners, a lot of partners from Europe, from United States of America. For example, from US, we are partner with Case Western Reserve University, that is located in Cleveland, Ohio State, and Georgian delegation was recently visited that university, and I had some good experience and talked to some exchange programs and some lots of opportunities for our students. We have partners in Europe as well. We are partner with the University of Sorbonne in France, University of Nicosia in Cyprus, University of Linz from Austria, and so many universities, as well as universities in the UK like Anglia Ruskin University, UCL, which is University College London, very famous university. So there.
So, all these universities
Yes.
are working in association with you in
Yes,
some way
all
or
these
another. Oh,
universities
that's
are
great.
working, and we have some exchange programs. We have different kind of opportunities.
So,
for
students, those who are coming to East European, they will have a possibility
absolutely
to get
Yes.
get
to get
to
to
get
go
the experience
there.
of these
Yes.
universities
yes,
as well.
absolutely.
All right, that's a great thing. So it was a nice discussion with these guys. Ma'am, could you please say a few words for our viewers, Indian students, those who are keenly looking as of today for MBBS abroad, why they should come to East European University?
Uh, East European University offers really high quality education that is recognized all over the world, and wherever you go your diploma is recognized in the United States or United Kingdom or here in India or any country of the world. You really get different kind of education in our university besides very rich clinical experience, and we have so many very high quality and highly skilled professionals, local professors or invited international professors as well. We offer so many extracurricular activities apart from learning process. We have a very good, we haven't mentioned earlier, our library. We have very good library, and also we, apart from hard copies thousands of books which are basically located in the library. We offer free online access, our electronic library, and our students can access our library from all over the world. They don't need to just be at the university campus. They can even have the access from here, from India.
Could you please say something like what do you think?
Well, besides education and everything, study abroad, as it's a challenging experience on one hand, but it's a great thing for personal growth. And when you choose a destination, you should choose very wisely and choose a country that is considered as very safe, very with very rich culture and all the other things that come with it. So I would say that Georgia has the quality of the education is very European, but compared to the other European countries, the cost of the living is the lowest.
Yes.
So
Tuition
that's
fee as
why
well.
not just for the education, for the tourists as well,
Yes,
it's
yes,
a
yes.
very good destination for traveling.
And
As
regarding safety also, it is like one of the
yes,
safest
it's
places.
the criminal level is very
Mhm.
low all around Georgia for tourists, for foreigners, and we are very well known with the hospitality.
Yes, yes, yes.
I'm sure you
Yeah, I've been
know
to Georgia a
because you've
couple of
been to
times, and
Georgia.
we love it. Like we are, anytime we can go to Georgia. Sorry, every time when we go to Georgia, we feel like we came to some East European country, and on top of that, now we have direct flights
Yes.
to Georgia.
That
so
has been a big
yeah,
Yeah.
help
relief.
for our
Yeah,
students
Yes.
because
because there
last
are flights by Indigo, right?
yes, yes, yes. Directly they are flying from Delhi
So
to
you don't have to transfer
transfer.
anywhere.
Yes, 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 yes.
Even with the transfer, it's not a very
Yeah,
long
like
way.
there are multiple options available from entire India. Like people from South India, they travel directly through Air Arabia and to other
Mhm.
aviation companies, and they can reach in 7 to 8 hours in
Yeah.
Yes.
to Tbilisi. That is the thing. So one thing which you said it very correctly, that any student like who is willing to go abroad, they have to choose it very wisely, and this is the one in a lifetime decision for them. So obviously they have to choose it after getting all their options on the table. They should choose it very wisely, because it's not just about this 6 years. This 6 years will change your life, and you will live with that degree throughout the life. So we had a very nice discussion today with the delegation from East European University. Thanks a lot. Just to make sure that you guys have to understand that when you choose a university, you have to choose a university looking at all the points. So as they have said, they have their own hospital. So if you're going to Georgia, you have to make sure that practice should be must. And if you're getting a university where they have their own hospital, you should choose that university.